and welcome to the Panelists, the lighthearted show where I force four helpless men to debate to the death for my personal enjoyment. I'm your host, Kathleen DeVere, and I'm here to present confounding quandaries with no right answer in an attempt to distract you, our dear viewers, from the overwhelming dumpster fire that is the world in this, the year of our Lord 2018. Joining me this week is Team Critical Wit.
I don't understand our name.
Like a critical hit, but wit, so it is funny and clever, and a pun.
So it fits really well with the both of us.
I don't know where I'm looking.
And also joining me is Team Infinite Obliteration.
Yeah, Beach named us after a high school metal band.
No, it's a card in Magic the Gathering that whenever I cast it, my opponent has to throw away their first and their last card.
That's not infinite at all.
No, it's literally 2 cards, isn't it?
I'm glad that this team has reached total agreement and harmony. I'm sure that is going to bode well for you this episode. And another good news! Good news. You've been cursed by a witch that isn't me. She died as she lived by falling into a vat of glue, so both of your curse options will put you in a sticky situation. You can choose the foot curse, where for the rest of your life you'll feel like there's a piece of gum stuck to your left foot. That means your shoe will stick ever so slightly. It'll make that noise that a shoe makes when it sticks to the floor. And if you take off your shoes and socks in an attempt to cheat this curse, the feeling will just transfer to your bare foot. Alternatively, your right hand will always feel slightly tacky. Not a lot, but just so you'll never feel clean. Which curse do you choose? Team doesn't know what magic cards do.
I'm so fucked up.
So my concern, it's picking the lesser of two evils here, because if you shake somebody's hand, you're always going to be really self-conscious.
But you always know you'll have a firm grip on a pen, right?
Oh, you could get a great career in sport. You wouldn't drop anything.
Exactly. You know, like you could bowl, and also you have a really good grip on the ball. You could play baseball and like just catch balls, and a lot of ball sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, be good at ball sports.
Yeah.
Does it go through the glove?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so even the glove is slightly tacky.
We're one-handed Spider-Man.
That's so good. We can just hang from
this
walls.
Isn't a curse. This is a blessing in disguise, Beach.
Right hand slightly tacky. We take
Done.
that.
No scope. Well, we looked at it. It's finite.
It said feels slightly tacky, so your hand never feels clean. I don't know that it conveys superpowers.
Right.
And based on that, because I likes me some clean hands.
That's what they call it. That's our other team name. Clean Hands.
McGraw.
Yeah.
I believe it.
We came up with that earlier, not just now.
We chose the one that I understood.
Yes. So, gum on the bottom of the left foot.
Yes.
I'm going to go with that because at the very least you can entertain yourself. Yes, it may slowly drive us insane as the feeling transfers through whatever layer it is that you're wearing on the bottom of your foot. But you can entertain yourself like a bunch, you know, tapping out a rhythm, things like that. We could see how far the magic curse extends and see if the tackiness does in fact transfer. Try to pick things up with the bottom of the foot.
Well, and Jacob, you know what? You know what is popular right now? As a member of the youth who watches a lot of YouTube videos.
As a meme, sir.
Kids like seeing people do things on subways. People playing instruments on subways, doing dances on subways and stuff like that. And if your foot makes that noise every time that you step, you've basically permanently got those like tap dance and clickety clack things permanently built into you at all times. And you could do a cool tappity tap dance.
That is true.
And people might just give you money on the street just for fun.
So you know what advantage that we have? That we're not going to be attacked by dogs.
There's that.
Yeah, they've got that sweet smelling bubblegum on their feet. Every animal, every dog, every rat, hungry rodents, you're going to be swarmed. This is a curse.
Okay, time out.
Yo.
And why does it smell like bubble gum? Or
It's gum.
it's not actual gum sewn to the bottom of our foot. It's the feeling of gum, isn't it? Is it not?
Well, if it feels like a gum and it snaps like a gum,
Probably smells like a gum.
then it's a gum.
Okay, okay. So in this scenario, then now we have this infinite supply of gum attached to the bottom of our foot.
That's true.
We've also now just created a business in which we could repackage this gum.
Your foot gum?
Delicious foot gum.
People won't know that it's delicious foot gum.
Ben Jacobs foot gum.
All they'll know is that it's Team Gum Guys.
Yeah.
and we wrap it up and behind the scenes, obviously, and we repackage it and we sell it to the mass market.
And we've got the marketing already built in.
All day peeling a piece of gum off your foot, watching it magically reappear, and then continuing that. That's not an industrial process.
I can't wait till you get audited by the health board. And they're like, so show us your factory, and you're like, no.
We'll just have a fake factory for that. We'll be making so much money off of the foot.
You can create a real gum factory to hide your foot gum?
Yeah.
Now, Beach has a good point. It's not an industrial process, so it's going to have to be gourmet.
We can have this is artisanal.
Artisanal foot gum, which was our other team name.
Yeah.
Serge.
Hi.
I don't want to make a living busking on the subway.
No.
No. And I don't want to also make a living forcing people to eat stuff that came off the bottom of my foot.
Hold on, time out. We're not forcing anybody to eat this. Let us be particularly clear.
Crystal.
Yeah.
When we become superheroes,
Yes.
we'll take them down.
Yeah, because it's a very evil thing
It's
they're doing.
unjust.
Is
It's
not,
unhealthy.
They're not telling people where the gum is coming from.
It's coming from their feet.
Right, and they're not telling people that, and I think that's poor ethics.
The problem is not them not telling them where it comes from. The problem is it's foot gum.
Yes.
It's been on the floor.
Right, but they're saying that, people will buy this and eat this, but, if somebody told me that was foot gum, I don't think I would want to buy
Not a chance.
Well, we're not going to put foot gum on the label.
Right!
You're
So you're
lying
lying
to
about where it came from!
How do you know that Hershey doesn't do the same thing?
Yeah.
Because the government checks.
Also,
But the government could check. The government's checked their fake factory. You don't know that somebody doesn't have some chocolate curse coming out of their anus, and that's where it all. And that's everything that happens behind in Hershey Land.
I can tell that by eating Hershey's chocolate that something is terribly wrong with it, and I don't eat Hershey's chocolate anymore as a result.
Right, but one solitary dude is not going to change the fact that Hershey is still a thriving business.
So after we take down foot gum, are we taking down Hershey? Is that what you're telling me, Beach?
If you want to put it on the list, however one-hand Spider-Man is going to do that, I guess it's going to be a responsibility
One
now.
sticky hand at a time, Beach,
Now-
with great power.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if we have agreed that these curses bring the universal concept of the thing to us, so we have the concept of gum.
The platonic ideal.
The platonic ideal of gum.
Sure.
Stuck to the bottom of whatever it is we're wearing on our left foot.
I'm still with you.
You have the platonic ideal of tackiness on yours. So that just means bowling shirts, not tipping at restaurants. It's just awful.
Oxford's English Dictionary defines tacky in multiple ways!
Then you have all of them because it's the platonic ideal of tackiness. Start growing that handlebar mustache now.
I mean, I would even just be happy, being able to catch a football for once in my life. That's kind of nice. If I went out to play, flag football or, or I want to hold a hockey stick and not look like an asshole, I like to think that a hand that can actually grab stuff is working in my favor. That's all I really want out of life.
I like the idea of good father Beej and Surge more than I like a crappy superhero tack guy.
We can be both.
We're going out to have a catch with our kids, and then we see the hand signal in the air, and we're like, well, shit, sorry, son, walk home. We gotta go roust someone out of their whatever by sticking to the side of a building and hanging there for a while.
Oh, it's great. There's a long tradition of sticky hands. Cliffhanger, that scene from the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Don't Let Go, and Jamie Lee Curtis is hanging from the helicopter.
That was really nice.
All tackiness.
I think this is one of those rare scenarios where it works out for both teams in the way that Beej and Surge get to go home and be terrific fathers, and Jacob and I terrifically tacky fathers, which I think Beej had nailed already.
I'm gonna get such good socks, you have no idea.
And Jacob and I just have a thriving business.
And we busk on subways.
Yeah.
Which, as a New Yorker, makes me want to throw up in my mouth. But I'll go for it here.
Okay, so I'm going to give 10 points to Surge and Beej because they're such beautiful cinnamon rolls. I hope you heard a peel sound as Beej's sticky right hand impacted with Surge's
That
not
was right on right.
Oh, maybe your hands don't ever come apart now. Oh, unpleasant.
It's
but
very
they get 10 points to sort of hold hands in a high five position for being such good boys and wanting to use this miserable curse for good. And I'm going to give Ben and Jacob 15 points for finding a way to take their curse and turn it into a further curse on more people through shoe gum capitalism.
Isn't that nice when you can
Yeah, it's good.
catch and release on that?
Yep.
Injustice wins again.
I mean, of course, injustice wins again. It's the year of our Lord 2018. Have you seen the news? It's terrible. Anyhow, speaking of news, good news! Brilliant scientists have discovered a cure for the common cold. The drug is effective, fast-acting, and safe. However, there is one tiny, odd side effect. When humans metabolize the active ingredient, they smell strongly of ham for at least a week after taking the drug. Some might say indefinitely, but that's for the courts to decide. So, my brilliant teams of marketing executives, I'm going to need you to come up with a slogan for Ham and X by the end of the day. Team understands their own name.
Cut out the common cold. With the cold cutting, Haminex.
That's way better than mine.
What is it?
Mine was like feeling chilly, sneezy, and clammy. Don't worry, pop a pill of the hammy. It rhymes.
If it rhymes, it sells.
Yeah, and the kids will love it.
Mine's
I mean, kids smell like ham anyway.
typically, yes.
Yeah. Or worse things. You know, there are worse things you can smell like than ham.
Yeah, like a kid.
I got a slogan, Beach.
Please enlighten me.
Go ham on your cold with Ham and X.
That's actually really just good. It's really just straightforward, and it's slogans and jargons.
Well, it's hip with the kids. Kids love going ham.
That's the thing, is like, I'm glad that we're trying to sell to, we're selling this to people who have a lot of disposable income, which is children.
Yeah.
Getting kids hooked on pharmaceuticals early is actually a really good idea.
Oh, and then you have in the subtext afterwards, it's like, results may vary, may smell like ham.
I think there's
Yeah.
well, I mean, no matter what, you're probably going to smell like ham, but
I like
What universe do you live in where parents are the disposable income demographic?
this is literally, children from 12 to 17 have the most disposable income out of anybody.
It's because they don't pay bills.
Exactly, that's why. All of their income is disposable. Technically, 100% of it, they can do whatever they want with it.
Beach.
We need to sell them on over-the-counter pills.
I know, even if they don't have a cold, they're like, man, ham is so cool right now.
We could do, like, children's chewable Haminex.
Last question, you literally call us morally bankrupt, and now you're doing the same goddamn thing this round.
This is a licensed pharmaceutical that heals a problem. It's not some gum you found on the bottom of your foot. This is a thing that helps people.
We have cured the common cold.
And the best way to spread that is to give it to kids who have shitty, like, snotty noses and, like, wipe stuff all over
And
the place.
who
You can
have the common cold.
sink that inside them so that they smell like a wonderful cured pork product. So that you know that their herd immunity will activate. You'll be able to smell pork everywhere, and then you'll know that all those kids are immune to the cold. Eventually, the cold will just disappear like smallpox.
If they don't smell like ham, you know they're an anti-vaxxer.
What the fuck does going ham mean? How are you going to sell this to 12 to 17-year-old?
It's a Fortnite thing.
No, it's an acronym. It's an acronym that I don't want to say out loud.
It's good.
Yeah.
I do. Hardest motherfucker.
There you go. It's actually a real thing.
Right, so you're going to be able to put that on a bottle.
No, you just say
kids-
going ham.
Yeah,
and the people who know.
Yeah, they're gonna know. They're gonna be like, oh, I gotta go as hard as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And get me some stuff that cures my cold, so I can smell like ham.
So I'm going to ask a question that we might not be able to use. How do you market this to Jewish people, my fellow Jewish people?
It's not packed with pork products. You know, Haminex really satisfies. It's just making you smell like. There's a lot of things that make you smell a certain way that don't actually have that thing in it.
Well, yes, but if you have been forbidden from eating the cloven-hoofed beast, and you walk into synagogue
Smelling like barbecue.
smelling like the cloven-hoofed beast, I think that's a problem.
Well, but we could turn that on its head. We could make a commercial of that. That somebody walks in to, like, they walk into synagogue, like Mount Sinai or whatever. You're like, so they walk
turns
in,
and
everyone
like,
kind of and they kind of look at this guy, and they're all kind of looking at him weird, and he just reaches in his pocket and he pulls out the little, like, 6-pack of it, and everyone goes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you
And
know
he
what that
slides-
person isn't doing? They're not coughing because they don't have the common
They're
cold.
not getting everyone else in the synagogue sick.
Yeah.
I swear that sounds like the exact opener to an erection pill commercial.
I mean, we could just reuse the footage. Can we make an erection pill that also makes you smell like ham?
Oh my god. That'd be
While we're at it.
amazing. Yeah.
What demographic does that appeal to? Cannibals?
No.
I don't know. Like, it's like
People who really like ham, Ben.
That's right, ladies. I'm ready to eat. Like,
Jesus.
I don't know what you want to be telling people by doing that, but You know, if there's a way to I mean, it's already obvious enough that when I'm sexually aroused, people can tell that. But if I can exude some sort of musk that takes over the room to make people know, it's like, okay, Beej is having an issue at the moment.
Beej is ready to mate. Do
And
you smell that?
He needs to go in the other room and he needs to do something, rub up against a tree or something like that. He'll be fine.
The Beej is in heat.
I think that'd be great. I think it'd be more, because then women could take it too. When they're in heat, then you would know and be like, okay, when we all smell like pork, we're ready to pork.
We're all on the same page.
I just don't want a work day. You know, it's like 6 or 7 o'clock. We're all, finished editing or whatever we're doing for the day. And you're just, we're starting to leave, and Beej is like, all right, I just gotta go to the bathroom real quick. And you come out and you reek of ham, and you're like, Heather and I are going home, and we're just
because
like,
that's a conscious decision, right? Yeah. And so you're just going yeah, good, yep, it's time.
And I don't have a
it's
cold.
It's ham time. Yeah.
Just time to go ham.
We got a slogan
At that
there
point,
too.
you'd already be ham.
No.
That's the slogan. Be ham.
Be ham.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching me that phrase.
You're welcome. You use it everywhere. It's very popular with the kids. People think you're 15 years younger. Just drop ham.
I'm gonna maybe not do that.
Okay, so I mean, on that awful mental image, I'm giving you guys 65 points for really committed. You really went ham on that question.
Right, the slogan.
God.
I'm giving you guys 49 points.
Anybody that thinks Beej smells good hasn't been in the streaming office 8 hours after he streamed Okami all day.
It did smell a little hammy. But I don't know, what was your original score? I gave you guys 10 points for being good, so that's 75 points. And I gave you guys 15 points for being hard, and then I give you 49 points. No, you haven't taken the erection pill yet. So I guess you don't smell like ham, and you're not hard. But I give you 15 plus 49 is 64. So I guess
win by 1 point?
No, you guys win by 11 points. You win by some number of points.
Because we won ham.
So on that note, thanks for joining us. If you have opinions about whether or not we should smell like ham around here, keep them to yourself. This has been the Panelists.